Hi guys, welcome back to Art This Week. This week we're going to use origami, the art of paper folding, and lots of blending and colouring with our pencils to create these beautiful dragon eyes that open and close, they blink. Okay, aren't they really cool? So watch the video, maybe watch it through first or watch it slowly and colour as you go, but just take it slowly and easily. And don't forget, when it comes to origami, a really good trick is to make sure your fold is done really well. That means pressing it down and then running out your finger over the fold a couple of times to make it a really firm fold. That way your paper will move much better for you. Okay, so enjoy making these origami blinking dragon eyes. Okay, so what we're going to need for our dragon eye today, how cool is that? Okay, is these things. We're going to need a tracer, a circle tracer. It's about 7.5 centimeters across. If you go and have a look around your house, see if you can find something that's about 7 to 7.5 centimeters across there. You measure with your ruler, that will be the perfect circle. You need a ruler, you need a grey lead, you will probably need a sharpener. There's a lot of colouring to do. You'll also use a tissue. A tissue helps a lot with when we're doing a lot of colour work. We also need a black texture or a marker of some sort. And then now we need some coloured pencils. You definitely need a black coloured pencil. You can do this with oil pastels too if you want, but most of you should have your coloured pencils. Now I've sorted out my colours here of my pencils, and I've actually done a little mark underneath because these ones don't have the colours on the outside and I get a little bit confused. So I've gone for 3 colours. If I show you plus the black, if I can open this eye up. Okay, we've got 2 types of blue and a purple, as well as the black there. Okay, and then on the outside I've got 3 colors as well. So on this one I've got the blues and purples there for the eye, inside the eye, and then I've got greens. I'm going to do green skin on the dragon this time on the outside. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, I also forgot to say you'll need a pair of scissors. Okay, so to start off with the origami dragon eye, we're first of all going to fold up really carefully and make a triangle. So we can cut a square. And we've done this before, that if we make a triangle up like that, we then have this rectangle off the side here that we can cut off. But don't get rid of that. That will come in handy a bit later on. Okay, and now if we open up our triangle, I have got 2 triangles and now a square. So let's also fold it up the other way to make the triangle again. And here we've got it divided into 4. Okay, so now I've got my big cross in the middle. Have it so one of the points of the square is pointing at my belly button, and I'm going to bring that point back up and get the to meet in the middle where the cross is in the middle, and fold, pressing down carefully, and now turn. So again the point's pointing at my belly button, then flipping it over to the middle point right there, very carefully up to that middle cross section, and I'll just do a little line there so you can see it a little bit better. Okay, that's where it goes up to. There's a cross here, right, so it goes up to that cross. Okay, now we need to bring this one up to that line that's across, and the next one, making sure they're quite close in the middle there, but not overlapping. Okay, so now we can unfold that. And then starting at the point again, you fold up one, and then, so it's folding twice. I'll do that again. Folding in and in up there, turn it around, do the same. Folding it up from the bottom, I'm just keeping that flat with my other hand, and then folding it in again. Okay, so now we have this space in the middle here where we can draw our dragon's eye. Let's do that. Okay, so I'm going to get my circle tracer and put that there in the middle. I'm going the inside one because the outside's a little bit big. Okay, we've got a good circle there. Now I'm going to rub out that cross in the middle so I can then draw my eye, of which I'm going to do a curve here, and the curve that side, didn't really bring it in very well. That's okay, I'm just working that out. And now to also make sure it looks more like a realistic eye, I'm doing a patch, sort of a trapezoidal patch down here. That will be white, and that will give it that glint in the eye to make it look more like a real eye, as we have there. You see in there? Okay. All right, now to start colouring. We're doing the middle of the eye black. So I'm actually going to do that bit first. I'm going to shade with my black. And to make this dragon's eye look quite really good, I would recommend spending a fair bit of time on colouring and effort on colouring as well. Okay, I would recommend carefully, yes, going up to the edges as per usual, but with colouring, to get with coloured pencils, to get a really nice colour, it's worth going over the same place a couple of times to get that darkness. See how it's starting to get darker the more I colour in places, but making sure it's an even colour over that whole space. And the other thing you can do is to get your tissue and just go over that, and it sort of smooths out some of the lines a little bit, makes it a little bit more realistic. Okay, and then go over again, and that just makes it that little bit darker. Now you could use texture, but you wouldn't get the nice blending of colours because you can't blend textures very well. So this is why we are using pencils. Okay, so that is my black done there. Now my eye, we've got that purple that really stands out, and then the blending of the two blues. I'm first of all just going to clean that black up a little bit, so it's not going to interfere with my purple that's next on the edge. Okay, so I'm colouring sort of the next centimetre in the purple. Going over that a few times to make it a nice vibrant colour. We don't want pale colours, we want really vibrant, deep colours, and so you get that, you need to go over them a few different times. Both sides. Be careful not to change to the tip of your pencil if you've been using the side of your pencil, because otherwise you'll get a different coloured line. Okay. going over. It's a bit lighter on this side, so I'll darken it up a bit. Okay, that was the purple. Now we have sort of got the lighter blue that, and we start to blend there next to the purple. So we come down into the purple a bit. Now this, I've got to make sure I'm careful of the white glint that's going to stay there. Makes it look really realistic. Okay, if I've done that, now for the last blue. Now you'll need to go over a little bit of that lighter blue. And blend the pencils together. Remember to leave the glint on this side. Okay. You can get a clean bit of tissue and go over those areas. You can then also go back over some of those black join there, just where I like to go over this now that I've done the other colours. Just do it a bit darker and get that real edge. And evenness of tone. That's looking better. So you really want this bit to stand out. Okay, now we need to get this black background of the edge of the eye, in here and here. So if I think about it, it goes about, if I think about, I need to colour that area black. I'm going to do that, and we're going to do it on fast forward. Okay, so now I've done that, I'm going to swap back to my dark blue and just go around that edge again to make that definite eyeball definition of that eyeball. Okay, and that's just really, see how you can see that darker colour there now. Getting that edge done, that's really makes a difference. Blend that a little bit more. Okay, so we've done our eyeball for the center. Okay, so now we need to fold these back in. 1, 2, and then fold and fold. So we've got the eye hidden, and we've got this horizontal fold in the middle. Okay, now we're going to do the skin of the dragon, so the eyelids of the dragon. I really recommend getting a lighter colour at the edge of the eyeball, and it really makes that darker colour inside pop. Okay, so let's start. Now, I said that this piece of paper that we cut off before is going to come in handy, and that's where it's going to come in handy right now. I slotted that in there so I can see where the edge is, but I can then colour quickly and easily over it without having to worry about ruining my eye. So starting with the lighter, I'm going greens this time. Shading that side. Shading and blending. Now for the other one of the other greens, blending it into there. Bring it down because I want to blend it with my third colour green. Okay, and the darker green here. Okay, now I've done one side, turn it round, put this piece of paper back in and do the same thing. Which colour did I have? This one first. Okay, so now I have got my eyelids done. I can now do some dragon scales like I have here. Just a simple curve pattern for scales. Okay, we've got our dragon scales now. Okay, so now we have got our scales on, we've got our colouring done. Let's do the last part of the folding. So we're going to flip it over and turn it around. Now I've done an X in the middle here where the joins are, just so you can help you see. I'm going to have the point folded, the point down here pointing at my belly button again, and I'm going to fold up the edge so it joins into that X there on the fold. Press down, and then you can rub your fingers along the edges to make it a really nice tight fold. Flip it around. Do the same. Point at the bottom, now point to the middle of the X there and press down. Press down and then slide your fingers along all the lines so it is a really good fold. Okay, now you are going to need a ruler for the next bit. You don't have to, but it helps. If you look here, there's a line here and a line here. Okay, there's 4 points here on our rectangle that's left. What I want to do is put the ruler between these 2 points here, and that's just going to help you, because the paper's getting quite thick now, help you to fold that over there. Seeing as it's bent now, it's much easier to press it down and get that really good fold. Okay, do the same on the other side. We've got the middle point there, the middle point there. Push this up over the ruler. Okay, and now that we've got that bend in the paper, we can push it down and run our finger along it. And because we've used pencil, it doesn't really, we're not going to rub off any picture. Okay, and to get these next ones done, again, okay, so now we can fold all these in, and if you grab those points of paper when you flip it over and you just pull out these ones a little bit, you can have your opening dragon eye. Okay, so there we go. Today we've got our dragon's eyes. See how you go with this artwork today using the origami folding technique and the blending of the pencils, getting that lovely blend and a really good colouring in job with your pencils will make your dragon eye look fantastic. Hope you have fun with that one. See you.